Well, hello. I was just here cutting our lemon chiffon pie that I made. Yesterday evening, and as you can see, it's a nice pie. Well, I'll put the recipe on there for that. Granny Pat and she called in and we talked while I made the lemon pie, just to give y'all a rundown. And so then when I got the video finished, with my so overworked brain, I had forgot to check to make sure that the storage card, so we got half of the recipe on the video. But this is the pie after it came out. I wanted y'all to see it, and so you know that we finished, and it cut okay. I probably could have cooked the filling a little bit longer, but that's beside the point. Y'all understand, y'all have done it too, so that's the main thing right now. So this evening, Mother and I needed something to eat, as I always say. So I am going to make us a little meatloaf. That's what I'm going to do. Easy little meatloaf. And I'll use my ground beef. I just bought a package of $4 and something ground beef because with this meatloaf I'm not too excited about putting real expensive meat in it, because you're going to put your herbs and spices and all that, so it'll be fine like that, just like it is. And then we can I'll put some seasoning in it, and I'll do it just the old way. Let me get my measuring spoon. So I'm going to put half a teaspoon of my garlic powder. And it matters about spices, but I'm just going to do it half a teaspoon. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of cumin. I'm going to do let me get my other measuring, because that's not got my teaspoon on it. I've got my teaspoon for my paprika over here on Dolly Parton's. I'm going to do a teaspoon of my paprika. I like that kind of peppery little flavor. Then my basil, I will put in my mortar and pestle. So I'll do a half a teaspoon of basil. Now on my herbs of Provence, I buy these, and I've been buying them for years. I'll do a teaspoon, but what you can use, you don't have to get these from over there. You can use Italian seasoning and it'd be just fine too. Then I'm going to take a little bit of pink salt, a little bit of my pink salt. Let's do about a teaspoon. And I'll do a half teaspoon of celery salt. I don't use celery salt very often, but I do in the meatloaf. Now I'm going to grind that. That rock salt, pink salt, will help grind up those. I should have put those herbs in here since I was going to use this, but I didn't think about it, because I always regrind my herbs. It doesn't matter what kind, I just forgot. Oh, it smells good. So now we'll just dump that in there. Meat. Now I'm not going to use oats in this like grandmother did. I'm going to use my breadcrumbs. So I'm going to just use my Italian style breadcrumbs. I'm going to add we'll start out with a half a cup. We might need a little bit more, but we'll have them here. I'm gonna get an egg and let me see. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I've got that big box of eggs that I haven't opened, so I'm gonna use a half a cup of my egg. A fourth cup, I mean, of my egg whites. I'm just going to use that in there. You just want it for moisture. Okay, let me put a little bit of horseradish in it. I'll put a little horseradish. I think we'll do about a teaspoon of our horseradish. That'll give it kind of a little earthy kind of flavor. Well, let's mix that and just see what that. Get that mixed up there. Still cold. I've been cold all day. Sometimes I think my blood being kind of thin. I bet I have to add another half cup of those cats are in because it's so cold. So it'd be 1 cup. I'm going to use another half a cup of breadcrumbs, so that'd make a whole cup of breadcrumbs. Let that get kind of, you can use your crackers. I think mother and grandmother both used saltine crackers, or I guess whatever you had. We'll see how this comes together. Let that set just a minute. That'll soften those crumbs up. I'll get a little milk. Just a little bit of milk. Don't want much. Just about, I'd say, a splash of milk. That's about a splash. Yeah, that's a splash of milk. Let me let the cat out. Well, I don't think the cat wants out. I think the cat wants something to eat. You don't know if these cats eat all the time. They do. They sure do. Now I'm going to put a fourth cup of ketchup in there. Since I got that kind of done, I just buy this organic tomato ketchup, the Great Value, and it's good. We'll put about a fourth a cup. Right about like that. And we'll top that. We'll top that with it too. We'll get that mixed in there pretty good. This cat's driving me crazy, y'all, but I don't know what else to do but be good to it. And if I wasn't good to it, you know who would get their butt eat out. be me, but I wouldn't be ugly. Y'all, I really wouldn't. Now that's coming together okay. We'll just let it sit there for a minute. And let me get us a baking dish. We can do it in the skillet, but I don't think the skillet, I've got that much of a meatloaf tonight. And I don't want it, decisions. I don't really want to, I always use it in the skillet, but I didn't want to make such a big meatloaf, you know. So I thought, well, I'll tell you what I can get. Let me get the pie pan, and I'll just put it in this pie pan that is about ancient, but it'll work just fine. And I'm going to just squirt that pie pan with my little bit of oil there. And we'll get this more mixed here at the back part of it. We want to get them spices mixed in there. And I see a few down in there, so we're going to mix that on up. A lot of times I'll put tomatoes, stewed tomatoes and things in this. But tonight, y'all, I just didn't really feel like doing a lot to it. Let me rinse my hands and then I'll get them in there and get it more meaty loafed. Because you want those spices mixed. If you're gonna get that in your oil and get that off of there. Make sure it's mixed good. I'm kind of pleasant surprised at that the egg white did well. It kind of fluffed that up some. So we're just going to make this in that old pan there. I had a cornmeal dish I could have, but it's too thick. And you don't want, and that'd probably been okay in the skillet. But it's going to be okay in this little pie pan. Oh, this pie pan's old, but I use them. I remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother making these. She'd make, I think she had 4 of these fluted pans. She'd make chocolate pie, lemon pie, coconut pie for the church. We'd all get them all boxed up and take them to the church. Okay. I'm going to add my ketchup to the top of that just for this meatloaf. This is just today's meatloaf. It's an easy meatloaf. That just kind of helps it to stay moist. Because you want your meatloaf done, but you want those edges to be kind of moist, and that'll do it right there. It's kind of a meatloaf pie, I guess you could call. Now I'm going to put this, a lot of times I'll add more ketchup and then cook it another 10 minutes. But today I'm just going to cook it at 350 for about, in a regular oven probably be about 30 minutes, but in my convection oven it'll probably be about 20-25 minutes. Let's see. Okay, now I've got that in there on convection. And that's what we want. Let me get this get my little utensils kind of cleaned up here. And see what we're doing or not doing. Now then, a little water in there. Well, I hope y'all are doing good this Sunday, and gonna have a good week, I hope. I just thought I should come on here and say something or do something. I was gonna do a live, but y'all, I'm just still not feeling real well. It's not anything against none of y'all. It's just like I told Granny Pat, you know. I've been to the doctor and don't know about those tests yet. Thank you for the prayers. All of you are sweet, and thank you for praying for me because I need it. I do need it. And so now we'll have our meatloaf. I could have made some many things to go with that, but I guess I can make some those instant potatoes. I don't really like using instant potatoes, but sometimes it's better to use instant potatoes than, let me see, I think I've got some of this Chef's Cupboard instant potatoes. There. And some instant potatoes. I just follow the directions, but then I'll add some sour cream and stuff to it. We'll probably need about, let me see, does this say do it? I gotta do it on the stove, so we'll do that. Make some instant potatoes. Get one of my little pans. Granny Pat loves this little pan, she said last night, because that's what same kind of pan I cooked my pie fillings in. I use this granite pan to cook my pie fillings because they don't stick or anything. I'm going to put about a cup, let me see, about a cup and a third. Cup and a third. Let me see. Cup and a third. That cup had a little bit of that seasoning in it from the meatloaf, and I thought that'll be good in that. Why not just put a little seasoning in there? Let's give us about 2 tablespoons of butter, and we'll get that going. Got 2 tablespoons of butter in there. You know that. But when I cook, don't cook like I got the family because Mother and I just don't eat it. I just don't eat it, y'all. Go ahead and get that sour cream out. We'll let this kind of come up to a boil there. And I'll get, let me get this other one. And I'll put 2/3 cup of milk into this. That'll give it. I've got whipping cream, but I might need that, so I better just use my 2/3 cup of milk. Now too, y'all, if y'all had wanted that meatloaf, you can always add that barbecue sauce that I had in the jar that I homemade. That's good on meatloaf too. So you can use that on a lot of different things. I went ahead and got the camera bracket put above. A lot of you said you liked it that way, and a lot of you said you liked it the other way, and so we're just gonna do it I guess both ways. It's indifferent to me because I glance over these videos if I have time. Mother and I usually watch them once, so I can see that there's not something just, I mean, a lot of my stuff though, I'm learning a little bit, but when your health's kind of bad and stuff, you don't see imperfections as good as you would if you didn't have any kind of issues with your health. And with my macular degeneration in my eyes, today they're really cloudy, really blurry today. But we all do the best we can. Like I used to tell my friend, he'd be saying something about somebody, and I said, well, everybody's got to be something. So that's the way I am. I'm something. Everybody's got to be something. Okay, I'm going to move that off of that heap. And let me measure out. A cup and a third. So you do just about the same of water as you do your potato. And I'm not going to get it in that. Let me turn that down. I'm going to eyeball this because I'm not going to get these stuck in that cup. So we're going to say about a cup and a third of potatoes. And I've not got that much left. But I can use that. I'm getting it all over the stuff, Billie Jean. I'm going to put my milk in there. Gradually add your milk too. That'll make them fluffy. That'll fluff them on up there. I can see that spice in it. I got a little spice down in there that I'll put some more pepper because I didn't put pepper. These things, you can't take the lid off to save your neck without them going on. Thank God I had it over that pan. That's the only thing I don't like about these is them lids. Because y'all know how I put pepper and stuff in there. I think I can put that other little bit of potatoes in it. I think I can. Oh, Billie Jean, Billie Jean. Let me get that over there. Well, I got that potato on the burner now. It's burning. I can smell it. We'll probably need them extra potatoes and let them kind of get drier because we're going to add our sour cream, remember, and some cheese. And that takes away that old instant potato flavor. Get that mixed in good and let that sit there and just kind of. I'll give a little more butter. I'll tell you. We can put just a little drop of cream in there. Just a little bit of that heavy cream. That'll fluff them up. That'll fluff them up there. And put that little bit of heavy cream into that. Now if you don't want sour cream, these would be fine for. I'm not going to put a lot of sour cream so it tastes. It'll be kind of like a baked potato, but not. Get a spoon. I just want a regular spoon. I'm just going to dip. Big dip. Just a big dip. Just a big old dip. And that all. We'll mix that in there. That'll pull that on together. Let me get some cheese. I tell you, this cat, another, not baby, it's not kitty. I'm using the Mexican blend cheese. I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup in there. I tell you, he whines all the time. I told him I'm going to take your meow out. I don't think he likes that. I said, that's all you do is meow. I'm going to get something and get a pair of tweezers and pull that meow out. And Mother said, what did you say to him? And I said, I'm going to pull his meow out. And she said, what's a meower? I said, his little meower. I said, I don't know what it is. But he knows. Now then. Now before we got ready to serve these, I'd add a little more milk to them, a little butter. But I'm going to leave them like this because I know that I'm going to have to microwave these tomorrow or the next day. Because I even make potato soup out of them if I've got too many left over. Y'all know I don't waste nothing, or I try not to. Dee said, one of the followers said, boy, you're the whatever of the leftovers. You can do all that leftovers. Well, yeah, I do, because I don't like wasting food. I do not. And if you're getting all natural good food, there's no sense in wasting it. I hardly will ever make these kind of mashed potatoes. I just hardly ever do it because I don't like all that chef stability, but every once in a while you have to. Now, there's the mashed potatoes, and we'll see about the meatloaf here in a minute. Check that. I hope there's something good to watch on television tonight. I know Mother, she likes to see that got rid of those potatoes. Now I can throw that box away. That cat, y'all, I may have to, I don't take pills, but he makes you want to take a Valium. Oh, Snowflake, that's his name, Snowflake. He's the little black and white one, or he's the black and white one that I showed y'all on the live chat one evening. Let me check this meat. Let me take that off of convection. I think that may be getting close to done. It hadn't took very long, but that convection oven does not take very long, y'all. I cleaned my stove today with just plain old white vinegar, and it did well. But you know, when I get in here cooking and Billie Jean gets to messing, you might as well forget it. Let me get my pot holder and we're going to check that meatloaf, because it may be done. And like I said, it didn't take long. Let's see. Now that come out of there pretty good. Let me get a case knife and well, I think it is done, y'all. Because that's not very thick. That's not very thick. And I know the internal temperature has got to be safe and everything, because I can tell by looking at that it's we'll let it cool off just a minute, and then we'll see. Let's cut it. We can always tell if we cut it. Cut that down like that. Yeah, that's done. Just cut it across. Serve it on a tray. Yeah, that's good. Good doneness. Let me give a little. Let me get just a little bitty. I'll get my little spatula. I love these little dollar store spatulas. Let me get a little plate here. Let me just put that right down under there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give her that other little piece right there. Right there. See, that come out good, and it's done, and that's just fine. Now on this, let me check these potatoes because I haven't got a test spoon. Let me test them to see. They've got a good flavor, but they're going to need some more. Just a little bit. Let's put some butter in them. Let me get I'm going to go ahead and use this butter out of this deal here. No sense in cleaning that. I love that challenge butter. I tell y'all every time. That's no endorsement. It's just that I like it and I want y'all to have the best there is. Or that I consider the best there is. And we've got a little bit of that butter there. So I'm going to take where that butter is on those potatoes. I'm going to take another dollop of that with that butter right there on top. She'll like that. But like I told you, I don't want to use that, put all that butter into those potatoes, since I am going to reheat those. Let me get her little tray. Let me get her a little clean. I really am gonna make her this green checker cloth will match her little dish there. And that's what she's gonna have, that. There's a glass of, I'm gonna give her this little fork here. And then I'll save her pie and put it over here so she'll have that. But that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have meatloaf, cream potatoes. I could have made green beans, but there's nobody here but us, and that's why I'll just put the easy skillet meatloaf on there. And you can put it in the pan, the skillet. Get the cream potatoes. You know how to follow them on the directions on the box, and you can upgrade those with cheese and butter and sour cream. God bless y'all. God bless the United States. We really need it. And I do wish y'all were here to eat with us. So I'll put the lemon sour cream pie on there. I might put them together since it's not but only 8 or 10 minutes that we filmed. So I might do that, and I might put the meatloaf together. We'll just see. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.